Town, back for another one. Let's see what we can get into. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talk of the Town. We're going to have a very kind heart, a very genuine, beloved friend / brother through another mother to the Heavenly Father. Mike Bell, he'll be tapping in. Welcome to Talk of the Town, baby. Tea popping. Yeah. Hope everybody weekend is steady. Okay. Okay. Like that. Coast, I see you. I'll get right to it. Okay. Peace, peace. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you see me?
Nope. Don't worry about that though.
All right.
You'll see it after it's all said and done.
Peace, peace. Good morning, good morning.
Yes, sir. Just kicked in. Good
All right,
morning.
everybody, welcome to the Talk of the Town.
All right.
Okay, we got a special guest, producer extraordinaire. I'm excited. It's my first time meeting you, but I've heard
Yes,
so much
mine
about you,
too.
so much about you throughout my life in the town of making music and making beats. So welcome, the legendary producer, Mike Mass, to
Thank
Talk
you,
of the
brother.
Town. What's going on? What's going on?
And just here chilling, man. Here for my brothers. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So how's everything going? What's new? What's new in life?
Everything's going the way that it would go. I mean, again, as I said in one of my posts a couple of days back, a lot of people are feeling it, being that I'm in and about the community, and I work with a lot of folks. I hear a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of issues that people are going through, ground level. I'm not talking about people on upper middle class, but I'm talking about people in middle class to lower middle class that struggle. And it's a thing that's always bothered me. And I think even one day I might even have political aspirations. I'm not completely sure, but I think so.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We need more like-minded people in there to, you know,
More
gather up the youth.
representation. More
Yes,
representation.
yes, yes. I
Absolutely.
like that. I like that.
So you want to elaborate a little bit? I saw the post. I was type interested. That also too gave me a little bit more incentive to reach out to ask you to come on the show. I think that'll be a dope topic to start off with.
Yeah, before we dive into the music and your background and how you started music, because that, like, let me tell you what the platform is kind of about.
Your bump, it's hard for me to hear you 100%.
Bump, you got to come a little closer so he can hear you or talk a little louder.
Yeah.
Bump, you got to come a little closer or talk a little louder. He couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, but I think I got the gist of the questioning.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I come from Ursa Place. I lived in Ursa Place for 15 years. I know Bump prior to that. Bump was like actually one of my best friends that I ever had in life since I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, playing,
Okay.
when I used to live over on PS Street near the village. And I used to see Bump come through all the time, and that's how I got to know Bump. And then I moved to Ursa Place when I lived, I lived on Ursa Place for 15 years of my life. So, I lived in the poverty-stricken conditions. Different households on Ursa Place were more furnished than others, we could say.
Mm-hmm.
So, you get to see people who were there, and then you got to see people who are on their way out of there. They were just using it as a stepping stone. And so I got to see a lot of families and people flourish, people such as myself who are doing pretty well now, upper middle class, I would say. But we needed that to get to where we are now. And a lot of times people forget where they came from. I see it all the time. They get somewhere
Mm.
and then they forgot. They forgot they needed
Talk about it.
SNAP. You
Talk
forgot you
about
needed
it.
SNAP. You forgot that you was on welfare for a little bit in your life.
Talk about
Um,
it. Talk about it.
and so they get to a place, or even some of them may not have even really known that they were in situations where they were two paychecks away from not eating. They might not even know what their parents was going through because they were kids. But if you're conscious and you're aware of what families go through, you can't just turn your blind eye. Like I can't do that. Like I can't turn my back on people that been through the struggle. And where I'm at right now today is because I believe my relationship with God has
Mm-hmm.
always kept me conscious and made me an observer of what's around me. So, because of that, I think that fueled my fuel to get to where I'm at today. I saw where I was living, and then I would go to baseball games, get invited to some of my good friends' house from my baseball team,
Yeah.
and they ain't lived the way that I was living. And that opened my eyes like, well, why can't we live the way that they're living? Like, why they got this big house and I live in a little box? And that created a hunger and a thirst in me to want to get more, like many of us, but we just didn't know how. Um, the blueprint wasn't really always accessible to us. So, I'm where I'm at right now because I deserve it, but I want to
I
show other
like that.
people that
I
they're,
like that.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that
But
you
I want to
said
show
that.
other
I like that you
people.
said that.
I want to show other people that there's a blueprint that you can
Mm.
follow. I think that's important.
Yeah. Said a lot, man. He said a lot of good things. So, as far as the community goes, what do you see? Like positively, negatively, what do you take from like the youth? Because we're trying to spread awareness to the youth. So, when it comes to the youth, what do you see going on with the youth, or changes they can make, or any good that they're doing? Or is there any good that the youth is experiencing or going through?
I mean, we're all victim of what we see on social media, right? Social media
Mm-hmm.
plays such a large part of our entertainment, what we put our eyes on. I mean, I could just tell you from my perspective, I barely watched any TV, really. I don't even know what TV is anymore. Any sort of entertainment I get is usually on the internet in terms of entertainment. Of course, I get my
Mm-hmm.
news. I get my news from TV. I'll tune into TV because I think it's a little bit more credible. It still has um, compliance of regulatory stuff that it has to abide by. So I'm not going to
Yeah.
get my news from the internet. I'm going to get my news from television like CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and just listen to all those different networks. But what I do see um, out in the neighborhoods, things are progressing, especially here, especially like in Stamford, Connecticut, and places like that, where there was a lot of us that we were we were in a diverse situation where we did get a chance to see people from better backgrounds, not like our background. So we wanted more, right? Like just like I was just telling you about myself. We
Mm-hmm.
wanted more. We saw it, and we were fortunate enough to be around people who lived in North Stamford or Chapin or Greenwich, Connecticut, and we were like, damn, they living like that. We want to live like that too. So I'm not,
Right.
I'm not the only one that had that type of epiphany and exposure to people who had better backgrounds in terms of how they were able to come up. And I think that has played a role in a lot of us. So, honestly, from the lower half of Connecticut, I think that type of diversity was very helpful for us.
I never looked at it in a way like that. That's a different way of looking at it. You got anything to add, Bump, on that topic subject? Any questions before I dive into my music questions?
I definitely can relate. Even though using I statements, I chose.
Yo, Bump, it's hard to hear you. Like, it's hard to hear you.
You gotta
Okay,
talk up.
so
You gotta speak loud, Bump.
mic check, mic check, mic check. I apologize for the technical difficulty. We running it back. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I guess when you hot, this is what happens, man. So we're gonna take it on the chin and keep it pushing. Waiting for Marcus Ford, the host with the most, Marcus Coast. Tapping in, we're gonna have Mike Mass, aka Michael Bell. Let's see what we got. Yeah, chai tea. We'll wait, see what's going on the check-in. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who we have first. Tapping in. Okay. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You good?
You hear me?
Can you hear? My hearing was fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you a lot.
Hey, we back. So
Yeah, I
link
can hear
mic so
you.
we can get back to it. And then you can ask that question that you wanted to ask because you was breaking up and shit.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay.
And when I do the editing, I'm gonna edit it all in one. So it ain't gonna be no
Okay,
pause. It won't be
okay.
2 or 3 videos. It'll just go, it'll be like a little stop and then it just cut right back into this.
I bet.
So it won't be like 3 separate videos.
I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you in here, so see if you could send Mike an invite.
He
Send.
there. Send him an invite.
Yeah.
I don't follow him, I don't think.
And Mike, send.
He in here though.
Yeah, but he has to. I'm trying to have him send me an invite because I can't send him one. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Boom. There we go. He should.
I'm here.
Yeah. So
Y'all can hear me?
perfectly fine.
No, you know what's happening? Because when you were just talking before, I heard you loud and clear when it was just y'all two. Then when I hopped on, the volume went down too. But y'all can hear me all right though, right?
Yes.
All right, bet. And I can hear you a little bit better now, Bump.
Rick Kosak.
I'm right here.
Okay.
My shit was on mute. My fault. Pardon me. But so now we in the social issues. We doing this. We doing that. Where did the music come to play? Like
Man,
when did that start for you? When did that really start? Because you know, I make music. I'm a music fan, so you know, I have to ask those questions. When did the music, you know, come into play for you?
I am music, bro. Like I've been like since I came out my mom's womb, I've been dancing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Hold on,
It,
hold on. This is my favorite. When I like to feel I gotcha. So you said
Yeah, because he love a dancer. Like he love when niggas say they dance.
my, listen. I know. Like the town know. The town know. Um, you know what I'm
hold
saying?
on.
Before before I gained all this weight and you know what I'm saying and all
When you
that,
was pop locking and doing all of
man,
that.
pop
Was
locking,
you one of
break
them
dancing.
dudes that was doing this with the whole jumping over the foot shit? I don't know. Was you one of those dudes?
Of course. I mean, you got to understand. I founded the Wacky Tribe with Tony Hinton. You have to understand that. Like,
Talk
and and
about it. Talk
and
about it.
and
Talk about
because we were so influential and so nice, and we created the dope routines and stuff. Um, you know, a lot of people wanted to be aboard with Wacky Tribe, and we was recruiting people from Stanford, and it grew out to Norwalk and New Haven, and then we had members like all over Connecticut, part of the Wacky Tribe. When we used to go battle dancers in Jersey, New York, you
talk
know,
about
like you know,
talk about
and from my people up north, more up in New Haven, Nick and Neil's was the spot. We used to go to Nick and Neil's every weekend and tear it up, um, which
Damn.
was like a platform for teens. So we had a place where we could go and we could rock out.
Nick
And
and me. Talk about it.
yeah, man. So you know that really influenced the dance movement for us. Um, you know, back in those days, and you know, but I've been dancing since I came. I mean, I used to get paid to do the Michael Jackson on the block. They used to pay me 25 cents. You know what I'm saying? Just to do the Michael
That's
Jackson. I
throwing
was
it
nice
back.
at it.
That's throwing it back. That's throwing it
And
back.
my name was Michael, so you know I had to rock it.
Oh, so you had to, yeah, you had to. So you ever did you have a Jerry curl? Did you have the hair?
Nah,
Was you a fro? Was you a fro or a Jerry curl nigga?
man, I was waves. I had waves.
Wait, oh, well, okay,
I had waves in my
okay.
head, man. No Jerry Curl juice.
Yo, so moving forward, who were some of the members in the Wacky Tribe though? Because that the name sound wild. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
now this is where it gets interesting because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Isaac Durango a part of that?
absolutely.
Mm.
Hold
Shout
on,
out to Isaac. Shout out to Isaac wherever you at.
nah,
God
Yeah,
bless.
much love.
absolutely. So it really started. It really started. Um, I would say including it was started my seventh grade in Clunin Middle School, and Tony Hinton came from Washington D.C. and me and Tony used to battle all the time because I felt like I was the nicest, and and I was dope at what I did because I had a combination of popping, locking, and breakdancing. But
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hinton didn't do no breakdancing. He just did the pop lock and then just like true dance in the art form. So Tony
What's true
Hinton
dance?
Tony Hinton very quickly became like the leader of us two. He choreographed the routines and made the routines for us because he was just good at dance. So we would take his routines and we would go to the Teen Life Center dances all throughout the state, and we would battle people. And we were so nice, like even the people we would battle, and especially in backpack rap in those times, people wanted to just kind of join together. It wasn't all
Mm.
this like I gotta fuck you up because you beat me in dance. It was like, damn, y'all brothers is nice, we nice, and we put it together. So it kind of formulated that way. And so then members came on like Isaac Drungle, you know, Isaac came on. I used to show Isaac a couple moves, and then Isaac became better than me. It was like, damn, bro, you were you hiding this? You were always this nice.
Nice with it.
Isaac,
Damn.
no, Isaac is next level. But and then from Isaac, then we recruited Jerome Billy.
Woo.
Yep. And then Jerome Billy, you know, he's a very vocal person. So, you know, we had kings up in the group. And then we branched out even more. And then we had Ralph, we had Mark Kelly, we had Richie Scales, we had Nosha Miller, a couple guys from West Haven and New Haven. And it just branched out, and then everywhere we would go, we always had crew. We would travel out to Jersey, New York, and battle, and it was beautiful.
Was it Enoch from Norwalk?
Who?
Enoch.
Yep.
Enoch.
He came on. So what happened was at a certain point, because you know I was evolving, and you know I had a kid later and all that stuff. I just kind of moved on and started doing other things. I started becoming more involved with the music production, and then so you know dance became a little less. I was gaining weight, and so Tony was still with the guys, and they still was doing their thing, and I kind of was stepping away. But yeah, but that's the evolution of the Wacky Tribe, which was well known, very well known.
Let me ask you, because I laugh and I joke. Did you ever know me to ever dance?
Not on a high scale.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, fellas. Hold on 1 second.
It goes.
He said not on a high scale, nigga.
Not
on a high scale, nigga. Yeah, you ain't no dancer, nigga.
Nah, I never. Listen.
You a thug. You ain't no dancer. You a thug. Shorty want to be a thug. You from the era where niggas couldn't dance and shit. Well, now you is from the pop locking era. I'm from the era where niggas couldn't dance.
Nah,
we used to look at them dancing niggas crazy.
Nah, I ain't even gonna do that. Cause you might come across somebody that be like, yo, that nigga Bump used to dance and he was nice.
Cause you probably used to pop lock in the club back in the day, nigga.
Nah, I'm gonna let somebody else tell it. But real shit though, like, come on, man.
Right. That's right. I'll get it.
I challenge you to a basketball game. I can't play basketball, but I can play.
You're confident. You're confident in anything you do.
Yo, I'm just fucking super competitive.
I just want to shout out everybody who tune in every time we on.
Listen,
I see y'all. I don't really shout names out because I don't do that. But I love everybody that tune in a whole. So I don't really do the individual. Yo, what's up? Because I expect us to have a million people, and then I can't do it. So I love everybody in a whole.
Flying kites, fucking rock throwing, darts, nigga.
Yo, let Mike back in. Let Mike back in. Bump. Let Mike back in.
How?
He here. He just said he was here in the live.
Nah, he tapped out.
No, he just said he was here. He probably had to take some family shit, nigga. Let us know he back, nigga. We it ain't even been an hour. It's only been 30 minutes.
I couldn't even see.
I ain't even get into the producing. Nah, he back. He ain't tap out.
He got us in another joint. I don't know what happened.
Nah, he probably had to do something on his end. He probably had to cut the camera. He probably had a foreign call. Cause you know, when you take a call, this shit go.
All right, so I don't know how to.
See, we can have the luxury of forwarding calls when they call, but he right there. The same way you send me a request.
All right, I got him.
All right,
I got him. Hey, yo, Costa, we gonna get back to that, you jive turkey.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I'm here.
All right.
My bad.
So
My
now
bad.
we go from the dancing. This is what I really wanted to ask you. Why producing? Why not rap? It seemed like everybody was rapping. Why producing? Why did you make that
Ooh,
other lane? I always be
good question.
fascinated by people who started producing for like what, because producing is hard. People think producing they don't really give producers credit, but in my opinion, producing is harder than rap.
It is. It's more
It's a harder
technical.
skill than rap. It's more, yeah, it's a technical skill.
It's
So how
more
did you get
technical
into the
skill.
producing?
I mean, put it like this, just to bounce off the last part of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I've been producing for 34 years, and
Damn.
I'm still to this day technically trying to explain to my rap friends who rap for me that the investment that I have to make, not just money, because the money is astronomical, but the investment of time to learn to learn all the new technology and all the stuff that comes out that's supposed to make it easier actually makes it a little bit more difficult sometimes. So it's a tremendous investment of time and money to do this thing. But to go to the first part of the question, I was a rapper first.
Okay.
Um, I was a rapper first, and I was decent at it because I only did it for like maybe a half a year, and then I saw an opportunity where I had friends that were rap that were nice, and I felt like I could have been just as nice, if not better, than them. But
If you
I
if
was
you would
like,
have
you know what? They need music behind them. You,
mm,
you feel me? They need music behind them. So I said, I'm a smart guy. Let me try to figure out this engineering, and let me try to figure out these things. And I was always getting money. So I said, let me go ahead and put some of my money into getting equipment. And then once I got the equipment, I had to learn how to use the equipment.
mhm.
And then I just became Mike Mass. People heard the sound and was like, damn, well, how you did it like this? No one's doing it like that. No one is using this rock and roll riff. Wow, you used Van Halen, you used Grateful Dead, you used Pink Floyd, you're not just using soul samples. So
Yes.
the only person that was doing that was RZA at the time.
You letting out secrets from the camp.
Nah, yo, Bump. This is my first time meeting him. In my rap journey, I done came across a beat CD of his, Mike Mass beats.
He's
His
letting
beats is
secrets.
well known. It's well documented, well known. So I had to get that question out there. You probably got some rhymes in the tuck still, though. I know on the low.
Well, well, I used to freestyle a lot,
Hmm.
um, because sometimes you can't depend on rappers to always be there. And we were at a time, we were at a transitional point in our lives from adolescence to men, and so a lot
Mm.
of the a lot
I
of the
love
homies was getting with women and not keeping their schedules, and so you know what I'm
I know
saying,
what you mean. Life,
we were
life
creating
start life
beats.
in.
Yeah, you were supposed to be here. You over there trying to romance the stone, bro. You supposed to be here.
I
And
like that. I like that.
right, right, real talk. So,
Drop the
you know,
jewel.
I, I became a freestyler, and I was freestyling. I taught my boy DNA how to freestyle in the back of the car, and DNA became nice. He's an Italian white rapper
Mhm.
dude. Just the way he raps, like to this day, he don't do it full time all the time, but I have full confidence if I told DNA write this rhyme real quick, here's a beat, it's gonna be superb. Um, so like him and my boy JB, he from New York, but he moved out to Connecticut at that point in my adolescent stage, and he brought a New York vibe, and his brain was just different. So on top of the psychedelic music I was using for my beats, psychedelic music I was using for my beats. All
Mhm.
right, it's a little bit of a recipe. It made
Love
me
it.
sound different. It made me
Love it.
sound
Yeah.
different. And a lot of people they were just like, damn, this sound is just different. They didn't really know how to classify it, and they didn't know if it was dope or not.
Hmm.
But then what happened is then you had the insurgence of the Wu-Tang Clan, and then it made being different really cool. And then that's why my sound, I think, really start resonating with people around the town, because they were like, wow, that sounds like the stuff you do. I mean, my music was so impactful. I had people taking my beats saying they made the beat, and it was my beats.
Talk about it. That's what we're here for, to talk about it. Put a name on. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, it'll be a lot of folks in the chat that's mad. We're like, fuck, man, you ain't have to take it there, man.
Nah, but it's just that's his story. I've heard his beats all over. So, you know, he's a well fixture in the music.
Yo, with a smile. Shame on you, charge the run, game on a nickel. But who were some of the people you worked with though? Like,
who some of the people locally may inspire you?
Did you have a group, a specific? Okay, let's get to that. Let's get to that. Who these niggas? Who these niggas?
So I'm gonna just let y'all know right off the rip that one of my biggest supporters is like, he's like a brother. Like, people like really physically think that we brothers, but we're not brothers, but we do look similar. And his name is Mario Solano. And Mario Solano, he started off with a group called Upmost. That's with Juan Rosa and Mario Solano. And I was the DJ for them at first, called DJ Quick. So I was a DJ first before I really became a producer.
Yeah, so you knocked out all the elements: breakdancing, DJing, MCing. All you had to do is put your name on the wall and graffiti.
and when you honestly,
too.
listen, fellas, honestly, like, just take what you just said, Marcos. If you encompass all of that, that's why I can't leave hip hop alone, and that's why I can't let just regular folks be talking about our struggle and act like it didn't happen, or it, there's no more no more struggle. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Unfriend me. Don't be my friend. I don't care, because at the end of the day, you're talking about my people. I've been hip hop my whole life, and so when you encompass all that I've done, that and I'm not even talking about, like, my mom had a restaurant in the Bronx, New York, so I was halfway in New York, halfway in Connecticut for about 6 years. So I saw when hip hop was emerging. I was part of it because my mom had a restaurant and we had a little small apartment in the Bronx. So truly, through and through, I am hip hop.
I love that.
But just to go back to touch the point of like with who the groups and stuff. I started off with Upmost as the DJ, MC first, MC second. That was Juan Rosa, Mario Solano, and then through the adolescent stage, Juan and Mario, they kind of went their own ways, and then Mario hooked up with the dude named Greg Perry. We call him Super, and then Mario was like, "Yo, I heard this dude. He's a young boy. You got to hear him rap, yo. He's nice." So I went to the beach one day, and we was there ciphering. I heard the kid rap. I was like, Jesus Christ. I turned around to my boy Italiano. I said, "Yo, listen, we're about to be with this dude right here. It's about to shift right now. We're going to shift." And then so I started a group with him and Mario, and we called ourselves the Concentration Camp. And the concentration camp has a pretty big name throughout Connecticut from that era. I know a lot has changed.
Now, what era? What time is this? What era is this? What are we talking? 95, 96, 90?
We're talking about 90, 92 to
I'm a
literally to now.
Little shit then. I'm a little shit then. I'm only like 9 years old. I'm a little shit. So I'm just being immersed into hip hop. Just being immersed.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the stories though. I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah,
He don't
man.
like that I said that. I'm a little shit. He like that.
You're a little nigga. You're a little nigga.
Yeah. I was only 92. I was 9 years old.
Yeah, but you seem like the person that was an observer. You seem like you was an
Yes,
observer.
very
So
much
that
an observer.
makes you ahead of your
Yes.
time.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you ahead of your time right there
Thank
alone.
you. Thank you for that.
You still a little nigga.
uh, so you
Oh,
did
no,
the groups. You did the groups. You came in. So we touched on the groups. We touched on you was a DJ, break dancing. You
DJ
full
ass,
circle with the hip hop.
big
Now,
dancer, get out of here, Mike Bass. You a
this is
break
another
dancer.
question I usually ask people that's musically inclined. Like on a late night, let's say it's a late night, you want to clear your mind and you go jump in the whip. What is you playing? What are you listening to? What is your go-to song, music, genre, artist, new or old?
Yeah.
So this is gonna sound very wrong and selfish.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
I listen to me, bro.
I
I
love
listen.
Yo,
it. I love
I,
it. I love
I
it. Talk
listen.
about it.
I listen to my beats, and then when I'm listening to my beats, I'm critiquing it.
Mm.
I'm critiquing my style. I'm critiquing the mix. Right? You know, you're a producer.
Yeah, it's an ongoing improvement.
It's always
Ongoing
the
improvement. Yeah.
ongoing. Absolutely, work in
Yes.
progress.
Yep.
That's why you see. I believe I have that on my Facebook. On my Facebook summary. Student of life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's the universe is so vast, as we know, so there's always something to learn, and so I take my investment of time and I invest it in me.
You're the third person that we interviewed that said that. That said investment in yourself is the key.
Yes,
Now speak a little bit about that because it's becoming a reoccurring thing. Speak a little bit about how that is the key to invest in yourself, just in life and anything you want to do, not just music. I don't think people grasp that they like if you really want it, it starts with investing in yourself.
absolutely. I mean, what you just said was the mouthful right there. I mean, if there's anything that you're trying to reach and you're trying to get to from your observations, after you observe it, now you have to do the process. Now you have to implement something that's going to help get you there. And where a lot of people fall short is the investment into themselves,
Mm.
right? And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a type of person that if I see people struggling and they need help, or they may not even know that they need help, I'll step in because I'm pretty vocal and I'll say, hey, I see these are the things that you're doing. Great job, right? Compliment them, let them know that you appreciate what they've done thus far. But let me also tell you that this can help get you to where you need to get to. And this is how easy it is.
Mm.
So I've always been one of those type of people, always trying to help people. Um, I think my legacy amongst my Facebook friends, even some people I have never personally met on Instagram, is that I'm a cool brother. Like I'm always keep it 100 with you. And I'm going to try to help guide you to the direction that you need to be in. And I could only do that as if I had done that myself. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
because I've done that myself and I have accomplished certain things, I'm able to help lead other people and they'll take it.
mm. Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Using I statement. I'm one to co-sign that. I've known you for many years, very dear friend. I know you're very sincere. Uh, you're one not to judge. I know that. And if so, you would have judged me a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you your flowers.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
like on so many different levels. Again, my road, wasn't the best, you know what I'm saying? And even on my downside, you spoke life. Your wisdom power has encouraged me from near and far. You're a type of person that I could turn back the clock and be like, I look up to Mike Man. You know what I'm saying? Because
No doubt.
you stay focused. And even along that, like you said, you carried people, you carried me. There was times when I was on it down and you good, checked on me, make sure I have
Absolutely.
money in my pocket. Yeah, if you seen me walking and you was going by or something, just in the travel, yo, skirt, yo, bump, So with that being said, man, I love you and I'm gonna give you your flowers as we continue to, you know what I'm saying, keep it pushing. You was always an influence to me. You was always a positive stone that in time of need, you like no matter what, bro, you always took that time to push me, to give me that, you know what I'm saying, those jewels that was needed. And that helped me. I'm
I
gonna be
appreciate that, man.
I'm gonna salute you, give you your flowers. Um
Yeah, but Bump, I appreciate it. I appreciate
you're,
everything you're saying.
you're
But
still a dancer. You're still a dancer.
I could
You
still
know?
move though. I ain't gonna lie, I can still move a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Never gonna let that go. Never gonna let that. Yeah, you was a
I'm
dancer.
letting any viewer that watch this or any pre-guest that come up here, if you mention you was a dancer, we can't let that go.
Listen, listen, check this. Now check this. Look, man, look. Bump, let me tell you something. When we was children, I knew not to fuck with you. You feel me? I knew you punch somebody in their fucking face. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we lived over there, like when we used to play in the big parking lot with Monique and all them over there, like Nick, do you remember Myron Jackson, bro?
Yo, you brought that back, yo.
Do you remember Myron Jackson?
Yo, I
See?
used to fight Myron all the time. That was my neighbor.
Yo, listen. Now I learned from you. I learned from you because I knew that there's malicious people out there that don't give a fuck about you and they will punch you in your shit. And that helped me to avoid a certain amount of bulliness. You feel me? And you was a child, but you was a man already. And I always looked up to that. So back to the question that y'all was asking before we got
Mm-hmm.
disconnected, you was a dancer on your feet with the hands. But and it wasn't really until I saw you at a couple of Teen Life Center dances and I saw you move or whatever. But you got to understand, at that time, I was a dancer. I was dancing. So that's what I did. I knew you would fuck somebody up, but I was a dancer. You know what I'm saying? And I always knew that you was my brother. So I ain't never worry about nothing whenever you was around. You feel me?
All love, all love. So, you got any last words for the people? Any words of wisdom, words of guidance before we kind of close up, wrap
I
this
want
up?
to
Or
know
you, Bump, you got
before,
anything else to add? Bump, you
before
got
we take
anything
it
else to
there,
add?
before we take it there, whatever happened to the group concentration camp? Whatever happened?
Yeah. What happened to that? Like,
Yeah,
That's
you
a
because
great
split, y'all, huh?
that's a great question. We never split.
Okay, so y'all still
We'll never split
brothers.
to the death.
I
yeah, that
love
shit.
that. I love that.
Hold on, you touch the sensitive side here now. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
you'll hear music coming from us in another fucking 15 years. Stop playing.
I love it because when you hear about groups in general, one thing you do hear about is the breakup. I was in a rap
Nah,
group. We don't. I'm just saying in general, a lot of groups do go through. So I'm good that your guys stand the test of time from the time that y'all was doing it. You said 15 years, so that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing.
yeah, we've been together. We've been together for shit over 20. But I'm gonna tell
Mm.
you, I'm gonna tell you, like we don't. We're brothers. Like, I want all. Like, see, that's another thing too with me. Like, my thing is, if I'm hard on you, it's because I see greatness in you, and I could see you could do more, and you could be better. And
Mm.
even my own rap group that we were doing hip hop music with, I mentored these brothers into achieving more and getting more. I was the first guy with the luxury car. I was the first guy with the home. I was the first guy with all that stuff because I lead. But I lead by example. I'm not gonna just talk it. I'm gonna show
Mm.
you it. So I believe that's how you effectively make change, and
Mhm.
you have an impact. So that's what I'm about. So when I told you I have political aspirations, I do have political aspirations. I just got to show you first.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I love that. Representation. That's what, flowers
Absolutely.
and representation. That's what we're gonna take.
And
Bob, you got
also,
anything to add?
also too, the key thing is they're brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course we're gonna grow. Certain people going to have families and
Mm-hmm.
certain you know what I'm saying, of that nature that may pull you. But when you have that brotherhood, it's nothing that can come between that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us constantly feeling like we could do it on our own, honestly, from Sobe to this rapper in Bridgeport, to this rapper in New Haven, I ain't see nobody pop yet. Benny the Butcher came and got what, Fuego Base, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but look at everybody that claimed to be the best and claimed to be this and claimed to be that, but still crabs in the bucket.
Yeah. Not and don't get me wrong, because being that I'm a producer, producers' hands could be at many other places at the same time, simultaneously. So I got my hands in different areas. Like I got joints with Fuego, you know what I'm saying? I got stuff with RJ Payne, you know what I'm saying? I got stuff going up the pipeline through Ill Tone Beats,
Oh, so
who
you
makes
so
beats
you
for.
talking so you talking my way. RJ Payne, we need a link. Before we link, we need a link. We need to talk some business and talk some music shit because I'm always looking for beats. I got a
Okay,
project that I want to put out, and I'm
okay.
trying to my last project I put out was okay. But I want to do this one right where I kind of own all the beats this time. I didn't own, like, I had to lease some of the beats because it's a budget thing. But this time I want to come around and like own all the beats so I can really work the music how I want to work it. But that's
So
that's cool.
so you're talking more advanced than most.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
talking about you've been through some experiences where
Hmm.
you understand what you know the copyrights and the
Yes.
paperwork
Yes.
and the
Yes.
paperwork and all that stuff. In
Yeah.
which a lot of people just starting, they can't talk that way.
Mm-mm.
They haven't bumped into the fact that, oh, you got to clear that sample, you got to clear that, and you got to clear this.
It took
So
me a few songs to get taken down and a few
mhm,
people to be like, yo, what are you doing? For me to learn, oh, you got to get your paperwork straight.
right, right. So that's
So,
why, like now, when I make my beats, I'm making them from my hands, right?
hmm
I play a little, and then I understand music theory, and so a lot less sampling. And even if you hear like a voice sample or whatever, it's already been cleared. It's pre-cleared.
hmm
So So, you know, now we're producing, you have to be more responsible. You have to keep these aspects of the production in mind in order for an artist like
Yes.
Fuego Bass to say, yo, man, you know, give me that beat and I'll take it because he knows it's going to be free and clear of all the
Clear.
sample work and all the paperwork.
And that. Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, I got those things, still brewing in the background. Hip hop, like I said, I love it. And whether it's going to make me $1 million or I'll never make anything, I'm fine. That's why I created
That's
myself
that.
with a career and all that stuff, because I said, you know what, I may not blow from hip hop, but I'ma still be straight. Like I already knew, like after doing this for 15 years, like, yo, I gotta go to school, right? Because I'm not a bum. Excuse my language, but I'm not a bum nigga, bro. Like I'm like I never been that. I always was getting money. So as I'm getting older, even though I'm switching occupations, I'm gonna always get money. So I had to go back to school, get my education, get right, figure out the track that I wanted to go in. And I figured out a career for myself, a little niche career for myself. And now I'm on to different things. I'm starting another non-emergency medical transportation business, which is a
Okay,
huge
talk about it.
undertaking,
Talk about it. Talk about it.
which is a huge undertaking. I mean, I can't tell everybody everything all in this
I
one
know
interview, but
it's in the works. It's sprinkling in.
yeah, everything's in the works. So there's a lot, and I'm sure we'll be on another cast again.
Of course,
Yes,
of course,
yes, yes.
of course,
Always.
of course.
It's all love. Bump, you got anything to add?
Um, yo, man, live, love, laugh. No weapon formed against us shall
Live,
prosper.
love, laugh.
You know, I love everybody for showing their support. Um, I normally don't ask this or request it, but yo, share it, like it, comment.
Comment,
Little,
do all of that. The full
little,
episode in its
bully.
entirety will
I'm
be
not
on
a
YouTube.
I'm not a bully. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you interact a little bit more, you'll have a little bit more leverage to say and do. But if you
Mm-hmm.
just that's tapping in with the ignorance, then that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love here. Darius McGee, you hit me. You have a vision on coming on the show. You come, ain't no bashing nobody. We're not going to do that. You want politics and reminisce. You know, Mike and Fran. We got a whole bunch of Mike and Fran stories. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's
Somebody
my
could
childhood store, Mike and Friends. I grew up in that store, man. That was my first 5 bus stops. So it's right in front of Mike and Friends.
y'all held a lot of families down. Y'all sold a lot of pig feet in the hood. And if anybody could get in contact with Mike or Fran, holla at me, man. That'll be dope.
Yes.
And they got stories, you know what I'm saying, that they could tell, history for parents that they dealt with, grandmothers
Mm-hmm.
grandmothers and they mothers and whoever had kids. It's a generation. So if anybody could, have them, if they feel free and comfortable of sitting down and having a discussion, you know what I'm saying? That'd be dope.
Send
That's
that
just
link. We'd be more than gladly to have y'all. Y'all are legends of the town, and it's talk of the town. So we're
Yo,
we're,
shout
we're
out to
trying to shed
Darius.
light.
Yo, listen, shout out to Darius McCree, yo. Let me tell you something, man. When I was transitioning into in middle school, and I used to have to go to the village every day to dance with Tony Hinton and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Darius used to hold me down hard, like fan would. You know what I mean? Like
good
we
dude,
just,
good dude, good dude, good dude,
yo, he used to hold me down. You know
good
what I'm
dude,
saying? So
Shout out to
I'm gonna just
Darius.
leave it. I'm gonna just leave that at that.
good
Okay.
dude.
Shout out to Darius, yo. It's your
Yeah,
cousin Mike, yo.
there you go. There you go.
All
There you
right.
go. There you go. But moving forward, also too, we got a lot of different things in the mix. Like I said, a lot of kinks and crinks we ironing out, but we want to
Yep.
do we in the works, man. We got some things going on. We even made mention of the Teen Life Center parties. That was real big in our time, in our era. Maybe we
Yep.
could try to, get back with Poppy, who may have the keys to, what I'm saying, help
Do something for the
certain.
teens, because I think that's where the lacking is at too.
Yeah,
Like it ain't nothing to do for that age group of kids
that was
between
dope.
like 16, between like 15 and 18. There ain't nothing for them. They can't go to Yearwood. They aged out of Boys and Girls Club. There is no more mall, so it's just running the
Issues,
streets
bro.
for that age group.
That's issues. That's issues.
Yeah.
That's social issues. That's the
Mm-hmm.
stuff that we're talking about. That's why y'all platform is going to be so big, bro, because y'all talking about it.
Thank
Talk
you.
about it.
And that's what Talk of the Town is, bringing social issues from the town,
But
awareness to the people.
I want to say this, and I'm very vocal. Let's stop knocking and kicking one another. I'm not looking at my pieces on the chessboard. Poppy, for instance, he holds the key to the city. So if we don't come together and sit down and discuss social issues amongst one another, the kings, then we can't elevate. You know what I'm saying? We have to iron that out amongst one another first, whatever it is.
Yo,
And
listen.
then
Do that.
and then be aware of who's in what position and situation. It's not who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know. So we have to utilize these pieces. Like I'm thinking bigger, like opening up centers. I think April Newton put something up on Facebook, like getting Yearwood back popping. I remember
Okay.
when we rap. There's a lot of history within our town, and we took the essence out of it. You know what I'm saying? And we leaving it to the younger generations, and we watching them kill it. And I refuse that, bro. And I don't want to get emotional, but yo, let's work. Let's get it, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
We looking for
A lot of
work.
it, a lot of it, a lot of it begins with us, though. A lot of it begins with us.
Yes, it starts with us.
You know what I'm saying? And look, man, parenting issues and people putting themselves before their own kids and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to change that. Even our kids are now parents, and so as grandparents, but parents to those our kids, like sometimes we got to tell them how to get their priorities straight, even though we don't want to. But we got to do that from a bird's eye
And that's
view.
true. That's true, because I tell them I don't have kids, but I tell my friends, nigga, we the parents.
Right.
We are the parents now. We're no longer the kids. We're the parents. So we got to start being aware of what's going around in
Right.
the community. We are
so
the
Yeah.
parents.
it goes from saying to keep
Doing.
you said,
To
my man,
executing. Yeah.
leading by example. So that's what we're trying to do. So please don't be so quick to knock and judge the movement or play the fence until you see it pop and be like, oh yeah, I was down all along. Well, could niggas see y'all? Like I'm giving grace to so many as I'm striving to deliver the message. Like y'all was better on this side spiritually, like to have a mind of peace, like to like all of that is on this side. You know what I'm saying? Leave the other
Yes, sir.
stuff. So the outer, you know what I mean? It's much more warmer and cozier being the ESO. I want to also too say this. I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. Starting effective. I'm putting this effective immediately. I'm trying to have men support groups. I don't know if it's going to be Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, but I'm trying to have it for at least 2 hours, 7 and 9. Certain people may not tap in for that first hour, but then you got that 8 to 9 o'clock. That, you know what I'm saying, it'll carry over. So if you want that food, we're all dealing with mental health shit. I be depressed on the regular, just because. I be dealing with mental health shit on the regular, just because it's amongst me. And when
You're
I
not
come
alone. You're
yeah,
not
when I
alone.
And not. And that'll be
right,
good. That'll be good for young men to get
effectively,
together
yeah,
effectively.
I want to do mental health groups, you know what I'm saying, men support groups, effective immediately. Starting, I don't know when, sit down with my, you know what I'm saying, with my partner, and we'll figure it out. Maybe like
Listen,
yeah,
listen.
well,
When it comes to
okay.
that, let me know too. Let me know.
I'm saying it right now. I'm not, hear me
Yeah,
out.
we want you a part of it. We want you to speak some knowledge, speak
I'm
some
not,
shit to the people.
I'm not disregarding
I'll be right
nobody.
back.
The listener, if the listener wants a part of this, I'm gonna post, whether if it's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It's gonna be for 2 hours. Men support groups, maybe 2 times a week, all depending on how effective it is. And if people really want it, I'm very transparent, so I'm gonna be leading the way. Um, just tap in, man. I'm
Got you.
doing it immediately. I'm not waiting for nobody else to get the idea and try to run with this shit, because you already see that too. But if what me and my partner is doing, it's influencing and pushing, you know, the agenda off of, yo, we not mad. Give flowers and credit to where it's due, and let's get this, man. We work better together. You
Yes.
feel me? And yeah, effective immediately, man. Mental health and men support groups, man. Because a lot of people, we in relationships, we don't know how to deal with these kids and the female, especially if you don't have kids with that female, and we in a household trying to maintain. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to touch base on all that. Like, tap in. We all dealing with it. Tap in. Tap in. We're going to close out. Your Mike Nash, I thank you.
I
You're
love
all,
you. Love y'all. This
yeah,
episode will be on YouTube in full. I'll probably put it up later in the day after I edit it up, make it look nice and shit. Y'all can find it on Talk of the Town 203 at, I'm gonna leave everybody the links. I'm gonna follow you back so we can chat offline. If you got time, send you some questions, more, you know, about music and stuff, just stuff I'm going through. See if you got any
Got you.
wisdom you can give me. But other
Yep.
than that, thank you for having you. Everybody,
All
I
right,
love
brother.
whoever
All right, brother.
checked
I
in. I love
appreciate it.
y'all. Talk to the
Yep.
town.
And make sure I get those links too. All right.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna send you the
Uh,
link.
all right.
also too, y'all can go to my page, Mike Mass
You can go to
page.
his page and
Yeah,
find it. It'll be on all of our pages, but I'm gonna send you the main link so you can see the other
Yeah. Do
interviews
that.
we had.
And
Yes,
send me the friend request and all that.
yes. You right after I do that, I am.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited to. Yes,
talking to
it's the
town.
talk of the town.
We're going
All
to be
right,
having
brother.
sessions. If people want to come in, leave comments. If people want to talk, if people have thoughts, ideas, we're not turning nothing down but our collar.
Holla.
All right. One.
One.